The NBA draft is finally approaching this Wednesday, and with that said, it will be a major factor in what happens in the Warriors' offseason plans. They could either use their second pick to draft someone and sign a couple key players, or use the pick for a big trade. So what are the former NBA champs scheming in order to bounce back from their disastrous season last year and hopefully make another title run? Let's find out in this video. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy AC3 back with a lit video for you guys, because you know I only drop the best content around here. I skipped an upload last week because I had a lot of work to do, and I apologize for that, but of course, you know I'm back on the grind. In today's video, we're going to see how the Warriors will turn themselves back into championship contenders with a couple roster adjustments and free agent signings. But first, if you're new to this channel or still unsubscribed, go hit the like and subscribe button since we are so close to 700 subscribers. It will help me a lot and I truly appreciate it. Other than that, let's get straight into today's video. Let's get it! So as I said before, the most vital part of this 2020 offseason for the Warriors is their draft pick. As of right now, the Warriors have the second pick in the NBA draft, and that could be an absolute game changer. The Warriors have two options though, which is to keep the pick or use it for a big trade. So let's dive into the first scenario where we are assuming the Warriors are choosing to keep their pick, which is the most likely one. If that's the case, I'm sure they would take James Wiseman from the University of Memphis, since he is potentially that missing piece for the Warriors. As a 7'1" center, Wiseman provides much needed rim protection for the Warriors and is a significant upgrade from Marquese Chriss and Kevon Looney. He is a force to be reckoned with in the paint due to his big frame and insane athleticism, which can make him the best center the Warriors have ever had in years. Additionally, as I said before in previous videos, Wiseman has very good shooting potential, and knowing how good the Warriors development staff are, they could turn him into a lethal three-point shooter, which would be detrimental to the rest of the league. Wiseman could be a future superstar if he is able to develop properly, and could be the difference between winning and losing a championship, which is why the Warriors should take him out of all the prospects. But now, let's talk about the scenario if the Warriors are planning to use the pick for a trade. If the Warriors want to give up the second pick and use it in a trade, which I find is unlikely though, I think a very potential major trade they would do is with the Knicks. The Knicks would do this because they have a major shot at drafting LaMelo Ball, as long as the Wolves don't take him, which could be a piece that the Knicks build around with. Additionally, if the Wolves do take LaMelo, the Knicks could get Anthony Edwards instead, who is the most NBA-ready player in the whole draft. As a result, in exchange for the second pick, the Warriors could receive Mitchell Robinson and the Knicks' 8th pick. Mitchell Robinson will fill in the Warriors center spot, since he is a 22-year-old 7-foot center with a 7'4" wingspan that will be able to provide very strong paint defense as well due to his crazy athleticism. Last year, Robinson on the Knicks averaged 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks on a ridiculous 74% field goal percentage. This was because Robinson only took shots in the paint, but regardless, Robinson would be a great fit in the Warriors' fast-paced system, and since he is at such a young age, he can definitely improve a lot since he is nowhere even close to his prime yet. Additionally, with the 8th pick, I believe the Warriors would take Isaac Okoro. Okoro is a 6'6" forward from Auburn University who is an extremely proficient wing defender and can lock up any player from a point guard to a power forward. In Auburn last year, he averaged 12.9 points, 2.2 assists, and 4.4 rebounds, which aren't very special numbers, but is still very solid. He is known to be a high IQ defender though, and will be a great addition to the Warriors bench, but his only weakness is his offense. He has to polish up his jumper since he shot 29% from 3 in college, but I'm sure the Warriors will help him develop and he could be a successful 3-and-D player. Regardless, he'll be a great asset coming off the bench for the Warriors since their bench is still a bit weak. Regardless of which scenario the Warriors choose, I'm sure they'll sign a couple veteran players since the majority of the team is way too young right now, and this young Warriors team needs more experience. As a result, we will be going to what signings the Warriors will make in free agency. The Warriors currently have a $6 million mid-level exception to work with that could get them 1 to 2 key veteran players. With that $6 million, I believe the Warriors should sign Dwight Howard and Jeremy Lin. Both of them have had plenty of experience in the league and are still very good players. Despite being 34 years old and not having the athleticism he used to, Dwight is still an amazing shot blocker and paint defender. He would come off the bench for either Wiseman or Robinson, and will be another small piece that fits the Warriors puzzle. Steve Kerr could use him as a player similar to Bogut, whose main focus is to protect the basket. As well for Jeremy Lin, the Warriors currently do not have a solid backup guard for Steph Curry, and I think Lin would be a perfect fit for that spot. I strongly believe that Lin still has the talent to be on an NBA roster, and he can help the Warriors a lot. Despite Lin playing last year overseas, he went off in China, putting up 22.3 points, 5.6 assists, and 5.7 rebounds, which are pretty remarkable stats. And for the haters out there, he still put up decent stats in his last year in the NBA, which was with the Raptors. He put up 7 points, 2.6 assists, and 2.2 rebounds, a game which is still solid. As a result, the Warriors starting lineup would be Curry, Thompson, Wiggins, Green, and Wiseman or Robinson, if they make the trade. And on the bench, they would have two important veteran players in Jeremy Lin and Dwight Howard. What do you think? Do you agree with me that these are the main off-season plans for the Warriors, and this is what they are most likely going to do? Let me know in the comment section below about what else the Warriors could do in this offseason, and if they would do anything differently. Be sure to like the video, and of course subscribe, since each video always takes me hours to put together, and I'm so sorry for the late upload this week, because I've had so much work to do. Until next time, AC3 out!